Hi everyone, Kate here back with another video from Lottery Post. So far on our channel we've covered a variety of lottery related topics, some that are more informational like how a jackpot is calculated or what it means when you sign the back of a lottery ticket. Then there are some other topics that are more like interesting tidbits of knowledge and stories about some of the most infamous lottery winners like Jack Whittaker and David Lee Edwards. It's been a while since we've done a video that went into greater detail about one or more specific winners, but this time we thought we'd take a more positive approach and look at a winner who's done really well for themselves and others. In the lottery world, it's unfortunately very easy to pull up a story about any one of the bad eggs out there who don't do well with their lottery winnings and either end up going broke or worse. But there are actually a ton of great stories out there about some genuinely good people who ended up leaving a positive impact on others around them or are still doing well to this day. So we made it our mission to find one such winner to talk about, and we ended up picking something better. An entire family of lottery winners. They're practically a squad of charitable Power Rangers, each tasked to go out into the world to do something or come up with an idea that'll help someone in need. Even before they won the lottery, each of them were already involved in their own community making a difference. They're a breath of fresh air, and they seem like an extremely classy, pleasant group of people who are still continuing to give back to this day, and in all likelihood have set themselves and future generations up for success with the way they manage their wealth. So without further ado, here's the story of the Smith family from Trenton, New Jersey. In May 2016, 8 members of the Smith family announced that they had the sole winning ticket purchased in Trenton, New Jersey for a Powerball jackpot worth $429.6 million. They were guarded about their employment and took steps to protect their privacy and claimed the ticket under the name the Smith Family Lottery Group. Pearlie Mae Smith, the mother of the group, was the one to buy the winning ticket at a 7-Eleven store in Trenton, but Valerie Marie Arthur, her eldest daughter, spoke at the press conference on behalf of the group. Valerie came across as a warm, approachable individual with a wholesome personality in front of the media, talking about how the win was like an affirmation for the family.
Hello, my name is Valerie Arthur, and I guess all of you thinking you wish you was me right now, right?
While they each had their own hopes and dreams to fulfill in their lifetime, they treated the win like a method of funding to do good things for their community. While they were rightfully conservative in the details they offered up to the press about themselves on a personal level, they did talk about how they were setting themselves up for financial security and said they hired attorneys to help manage the wealth.
What we did was take the initiative to educate ourselves. And by doing that, we quickly turned to Mr. Kearns, our attorney, and he assembled a group of people together for us. And they, got to know us and talk with us and got to see what we were lacking educationally wise or how to deal with money. They've been great to us, helping us put accounts together. We know that we are inexperienced. So our first and foremost thought is to educate ourselves.
Valerie said the winning numbers came up in a dream. 5, 25, 26, 44, 66, and Powerball 9. Interestingly, at the time Pearlie bought the ticket, she was a church pastor who rarely gambled, but she said that the numbers had popped into her head, and so she felt compelled to listen to the intuition. She went out and spent $6 on 2 plays for 2 different drawings, one on May 4th and the other on May 7th, which ended up being the correct one. She called the win divine intervention, and they ended up going with the cash option of the jackpot, which came out to be $284 million before taxes. But before I go any further on about why we love these winners so much, let me give you a brief background on the Smith family and their humble beginnings before they struck it big. Just keep in mind that this information is very readily available online. In fact, they published it on their own foundation's website, which I'll get to in a minute. Just know that there was no kind of invasive investigating or overly abrasive journalism going on here. In fact, anyone can easily retrieve any of the information in this video online. The Smith family, comprised of 8 children and 2 parents, grew up in a 3-bedroom home in the south side of Trenton, an area plagued with poverty, dilapidated housing, and drug use. Pearlie worked as a paraprofessional for a neighborhood elementary school, and her husband, Seamus, was a steel mill worker. Sadly, Seamus passed away in 1989, and one of the children, Anthony, was killed in a car accident in 1994. However, Pearlie and her children were resilient, tough as nails, and she was insistent on making sure her kids attended church and learned the value of education to create a better life for themselves. Whatever Pearlie did, it paid off. For example, one of the children, Catherine, went on to become a Newark public school teacher and started a girls' mentoring program. And Valerie was a state corrections administrator and had a prison ministry. So cue in the nearly $430 million lottery win, and these people get to work right away. Mind you, they still made sure to pay off mortgages, student loans, take a few vacations, upgrade their home living situation, share some of the money with some of their extended family, the stuff you would expect a sensible lottery winner to do. First on their list was to fulfill their first promise, which was to put 10% of their winnings toward good deeds in supporting the Philadelphia-based Mount Sinai Holy Church of America, which consists of over 50,000 members. They put down $750,000 to build a new church for the denomination in Bridgeton, New Jersey, which spans a 133-acre property and a 400-seat chapel. But this was just a one-time way to use a lump sum of cash, and they had plenty left. The lottery winners wanted to put their money to good use so that others could exponentially benefit over a longer period of time. So they spent $8 million to set up the Smith Family Foundation and $116,000 on a building to house the organization's headquarters.
Good morning, this is Harold Smith, the program manager here at the Smith Family Foundation. I just wanted to share with you some of the things that are going on and taking place here today.
The foundation primarily makes socially impactful investments and awards grants to organizations serving communities in their hometown of Trenton, New Jersey, with a priority on giving to programs that focus on neighborhood development, youth and family, and encouraging higher education among the citizens of Trenton, where more than 1 in 4 residents live in poverty. All in all, the main goal of the foundation is to promote education, whether that's through college or vocational schooling, and to stimulate the city's local economy. They also support cultural programs and make an effort to highlight artists. Within the first year of receiving their prize, the Smith Family Foundation made over $780,000 in donations to the Bridgeton Church, other Trenton area churches, a parent advocacy group, a family and child development center, and the Rutgers Foundation, a fund that supports students in programs at Rutgers University, New Jersey State College. Within 2 years, the Smith Family Foundation gave out about $1 million, and individual family members had donated over $16 million. By 2018, the foundation awarded $100,000 in grants to various nonprofits such as Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Trenton Area Soup Kitchen, and the Latin American Legal Defense and Education Fund. The foundation also helped Girl Scouts extend its reach to at least 300 underserved girls in the city, and aided the Children's Home Society to offer free English classes to about 60 Slavic immigrants. So many humble organizations, big or small, were somehow and in some way touched by the Smith family, from youth basketball leagues to jazz and comedy groups to first-generation college students. Catherine was making a $22,000 salary in 2018, and Valerie was making $5,400. The other siblings were simply serving on the board of directors. If you're confused about why wealthy lottery winners with riches beyond your wildest dreams are earning a salary, Catherine is currently the CEO of the foundation, so it makes sense that she is making at least a small salary, probably as a legal formality in all likelihood. Then, in 2018, like the lovely fairy godmother she is, Pearlie returned her attention back to Clara Parker Elementary, the school she worked at and where her own children attended school. Staff and foundation volunteers held a packing day where they sent 400 brand new uniforms to the school, and every student K through 5 received a clean, fresh new uniform. You know, one of the most common generic statements you hear from people when asked, what would you do if you won the lottery, is, I want to change the world, or I want to help starving kids, or donate to charity. And there's nothing wrong with those statements because they're coming from a very good place. It's also unfair to expect people to know on the spot which exact charity they'll funnel their money to if they won, because it takes a lot of research and thoughtfulness to figure it out. But that's exactly why the Smith family is so effective at actually being a driving force of positive change. It's because they were already so involved with their community that they got to know it so well, so they're cognizant of how money will actually make a difference and where funding should go to make it happen. They're making sure that their wealth doesn't just get sent into a black hole by writing off checks to a financial advisor they employ. The change they are making is as tangible as it gets. By funding many different types of organizations and charities that produce good results in a variety of ways, from music lessons to education to ensuring kids have a safe place to go after school, they're not only setting the next generation up for a stronger, more successful economic future, but are simultaneously creating a network of resources that will help people right this very second. That being said, the family didn't just stop at their local community of Trenton. They extended their reach beyond the country, even all the way out to Haiti, where they invested $16,000 to build a one-room school called the School of Flowers in the nation's second largest city. They paid a visit to the school once it was complete, and then decided to add 5 more classrooms and a cafeteria room. Not only that, but students who enroll in the school will also be able to attend for free, and the school was designed to be self-sustaining. I could go into more and more detail about all the good things the Smith family continues to fund through their foundation, but then this video would go on for a very long time. So if you're interested in learning more about what they do, have done in the past, or if you just want to get involved, I'll put a link to their website down in the description below. You can check that out. To this day, Pearlie is still connected to the Smith Family Foundation, but reportedly spends most of her time as the pastor at a church in Trenton called the Calvary Pentecostal Church. 2 years after her win, she was still driving her Subaru, and most of the family who were not already retired are continuing to work. Each of her children play a role in keeping the foundation running strong with skills they picked up from various fields of study. If you were to take a look at their bios on the foundation's website, you will see that they have collectively optimized themselves so that each of them can bring something unique to the table when it comes to philanthropic pursuits. It really is fascinating. If you want to learn more about the Smith family, I'll throw a couple links down in the description, as well as a link to the video of the press conference where they stepped forward to claim their prize, and then a couple links to their foundation's website so you can learn more about the individual family members and what they are doing to this day. And who knows, maybe it'll look interesting to you and you'll want to get involved too. If you have something to add to the Smith family's resume of charity that I have not covered in this video, feel free to comment down below. There's only so much I can condense in one short video, but please join the conversation because the more positive vibes, the better. If you can also spare a second, just give a quick tap on the like button because it really helps out our channel, and most importantly, if you're not yet subscribed, you can tap on the big red subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. From all of us at Lottery Post, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.